Hi, how are you? I hope everybody is doing great. I miss you guys so much. Well, it has been an interesting few weeks. I want to say even an interesting year so far. I think a lot of us are feeling effects of shadow work and big changes. So, we're going to look in today and see what we need to know, what might help us along our journeys. I am getting kind of a strong message that some people are feeling hopeless right now. And I want being guided to assure you that I used to hate it when people said this, but it does get better. It really does. And also, sometimes when you have spiritual gifts, you kind of go through a little bit more of a hard mode in life. So it's easy to feel like things are unfair. And this is something probably most spiritualists have experienced. I don't know of a single person who is involved in spirituality that hasn't experienced, a decent amount of trials, and that's what Earth is all about. So we're gonna look and see what's bugging you, and what might need help. I just like to ask consent at this time so that I may assist you in exposing any wounds, healing any wounds, giving you clarity, moving you in the right direction, whatever we end up doing. If you agree to that and you want to let me help you out today, feel free to stay. And if not, go ahead and scroll away. That's all right with me. No hard feelings. So we are balls deep into summer right now where I am, and I'm in Missouri, so it's super hot. And I mean 105-degree weather. It is crazy. So I've been melting like a puddle. Luckily, I have a nice cool home, but not everybody has that. So we're grateful for that for sure. Okay, I'm being guided to start with an oracle. Spirit, what do we need to know today? Oh, immediately. 2 cards. All right, we got legacy, persistence, and understanding, looking at both sides. Oh, do you see that? I've never seen this card, I don't think. It's like a mer person almost. On a beach. Beaches could be very significant for you. You guys might be some of my water signs. The ocean might call to you. If you are a little more open than most people to whimsical and magic and fairy tales and things like that, this is probably the right place for you. Just a confirmation. Alright, this song is called Sunrises. Okay, there's something very significant about beautiful views, places that make you feel the beauty of this earth. So I'm not going to be surprised if the central message ends up coming out as, let's remain grounded, find ways to ground back in our experience. That's a good point. So when we are working on our intuition and any third eye activity, it can be difficult to stay in our body. And I think it's easy to start resenting the human experience. But that gift of intuition and learning to open up your intuition is not to make you resent the path that you're on. It is to allow you to expose illusions and to more appreciate the experience of life. And so that's what this understanding of looking at both sides is kind of giving me. We are very capable of seeing positive and negative energy. And that's something that is innate to humanity. We can see both sides. That's why we experience things that are hard. That's why we experience things that are joyous. That in and of itself is a gift. That's a gift of duality. And so when we get caught in one energy for too long, I think it's easy to kind of lose sight of the path ahead of us, right? But what we need to do is focus on the bigger picture, right? These beaches, sunrises, and this hopeless energy is really coming through strong. So let's figure out what we can do. First, let's ask, Spirit, why is this hopeless energy coming in? And it's like lost in the chaos, lost in the sauce. Temperance. Wonder if this, you guys, I'm gonna get a camera eventually for you. Try and get that to focus. I'm still kind of new to the YouTube thing, so bear with me. I'm gonna keep going and growing, and one of these days we'll look back and, okay, that's a message in and of itself. Thank you, Spirit. You are working on something, and it feels like that makes so much sense because the temperance came out. You're working on something. You're working so hard on something, and it feels like there are no results. It feels like, what's the point? Screw it. But that is not... The greatest things aren't built easily, right? You think about like large structures even known to humanity, like the Eiffel Tower. That thing wasn't easy to build. The reason the Eiffel Tower is so impressive is because, especially for the time, even just having the resources for that building was hard to get and wasn't available until we started creating transportation services and trade. Okay, so whatever you've been working on, you're seeing it as like a lost cause. I'm not gonna lie, so let me be vulnerable with you guys. I'm being guided too, anyway. Don't you just love it? For doing YouTube, I haven't gone into it with the intention of like blowing up or anything. I really don't necessarily think that's why I'm here. Or like going viral or whatever. I'm not really big on that kind of stuff, but I do want to help and serve, and this does bring me joy. Even though I don't have any audience yet, I'm still happy to do this because I have faith that it will work out. And that's not to say that I don't falter sometimes and wonder, you know, why am I doing this? I'm putting time into this, and I'm putting energy and effort into this, but I'm trusting that I'm in the right place at the right time and that my efforts will pay off, because I know that whatever I do will succeed. And so this is a mentality Spirit's really trying to guide you to, of it doesn't matter what I do, it will succeed. And that's why it's so important what we're focusing on. And then persistence came out, like we're not quitting and we're not giving up. Thank you for that beautiful roundabout, Spirit. I love how you do. I love how you do. All right, so don't give up yet. Don't give up yet. And this, I feel like it just gets hard right before things work out. I feel like it's just, you're tired and you're over it, but honey, you're right there. If you knew how close you were, would you give up? Keep telling yourself you're that close. You have that willpower. This collective has a gift of extreme willpower, extreme will. And I think a lot of times when you have a gift to really buckle down and get things done, sometimes we can end up getting lost in the sauce, because then we're like straying in different directions, and this is what I want and this is what I want. But at the 933, when I say that, but at the end of the day, you will not end up in the wrong place. You know, do I need to remind you? You know when something's not right. You know when you mess up. You know how to make it right, and you know that you're good. This is not the collective that's staying stuck in insecurity. We are sure of ourselves, and we are moving forward, and we are not letting old narratives run our minds, okay? And this message isn't going to be for everybody. And if this message is coming across to you and you're like, wow, none of this resonates, maybe all you need to hear is that you can change your mentality and you can be your greatest cheerleader. You should be your biggest cheerleader. You deserve it more than anyone. Okay? So I really just want to emphasize that. Spirit really wants to emphasize that. This hard work that we're putting in is not for nothing. This is your legacy. Of course it's going to be hard. The things that last, right? The things that last in this world, they're not built overnight. People who become great, people who master themselves, it doesn't happen overnight. You are laying the foundation. So I feel like we're just hard on ourselves because it's taken so much, and it's like, why am I doing this? This is a perfect opportunity to remember your anchor and to remember why you do this, to remember what motivated you to start to begin with. So, for example, for me, I really wanted to be a better parent. I think I was doing okay, but I think I could have done a lot better. Yeah, and we're like afraid of failure. We cannot be afraid of failure. We cannot. You have built this stable foundation. You have the guidance of your intuition. That's your intuition. The moon phases through every season. Butterflies are very significant for this collective. Butterflies are not a coincidence in this collective's life. Take what resonates. This is... It might feel like, man, Wheel of Fortune right under. It might feel like this collective is building a foundation and then it gets swept away, and that your foundation is so much different than anybody else's with the swords energy. This is not, you can't be like everybody else. You couldn't even if you tried. My collective's going to understand that. You guys are going to really understand that. You could not be like them if you tried. So don't. It's going to look different for you. You are unique and you have a different path and a different purpose. And there's this really, like, we gotta break through this energy because look at it working out for you. Snakes are very significant. Black snakes are very significant. Time is very significant right now for this collective. Changes are coming in. You just have to stay, look at you. You just gotta stay up there. Don't give up. Okay. Yeah, you've completed the cycles. You've done it, and you're protected. That lavender all around her, that's very much a high frequency protection energy. And she, look at her though. This is, I like this Nine of Wands because she's, a lot of times you'll see the longer the Nine of Wands go in, they'll like hold tighter to all their wands, all their creations they've been working on. You got one in the bag, right? And all these other, you're like, wow. So appreciate all that you've done because right now you're focusing on only one thing. Look at all of this that you've completed. And the small things are so important. If you are not celebrating you, who will? You deserve every bit of recognition, and it has to come from within. That is your best friend right there. That is the love of your life right there. Their opinion matters the most. Sometimes we just need to hear that again. I don't think you guys are bad at that. I think we just need to be reminded sometimes. Okay. All right. And then we have the Hierophant here. Breaking tradition. This also is giving me back to legacy. This is your legacy. This is a big thing you're working on. It's not like for example, I'm going to college. But me going to college, I think that I could have ended up doing whatever I wanted and any path would have worked for me. The importance of me going to college was showing my children it's never too late and you can start over. You know, I'm going through a divorce right now. I'm about 3.5 years in from separation, and I've been focusing on my growth and my healing and my children's growth and healing this entire time. And that is what builds your legacy. And so your achievements aren't necessarily, oh, I got a diploma. Oh, I have a job. Oh, I'm finally making income. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Your achievements are invisible, but they will heed great results. Seeds are small, and we don't often appreciate them until they're fully bloomed and grown. The largest trees have been there for hundreds of years, but they just started teeny tiny little seed. So you can't look at your accomplishments from a material and 3D aspect. We have to look at our accomplishments and appreciate what we're doing now, because a lot of times the most important things go unnoticed. Wow, that's really powerful. The way you are nurturing your children's future and the people that you love in your life, the way you're nurturing yourself, will help more people than you could ever conceive. There's a reason you're going through this, and what you're doing is important. You taking time to heal and grow is important, and it's more important than that diploma. It's more important than that job. It's more important than any other accomplishment, because you being your best self is why you're here. You coming to heal and to grow and to work on you and learn about yourself and learn about this world. That's what you're here for. You're not here for a piece of paper. You're not. I'm sorry, you're not. And this collective will understand that. This collective's not very materialistic. And I think that the programming that we've experienced in childhood, it's societal. Everyone experiences it. You know in your heart that you're meant for more than anything that you could possibly see, because it's just in you and you're strong enough. Okay, this song is called Surroundings. Okay, pay attention to your surroundings. There's little messages that Spirit's giving you all the time. I think that we get caught up and go, oh, I just see that all the time. No, you're just that special to your spirit team. You're that awake in your third eye. You're getting constant messages. Somebody needs to hear that. You are getting constant messages. You are getting consistent signs. This might be something you prayed for. This might be something you felt the need to express, hey, I need a little bit more. You think the universe didn't hear you? You think that Goddess didn't hear you? You're heard. I'm being asked to say that some in this collective need to pay attention to what they're asking for, and then look and expect your prayers to be heard. And pay attention when you're getting blessings. Think about what you've prayed for. Wow, that's really special. Wow, thank you, Spirit, for letting me transfer that message over for you. Wow, okay. Anything else? We're getting lots of dragons today. This deck is not just full of dragons. There's 3 or 4 decks in here. Vision, contemplating the future. This is a new beginning. Yeah, and does that not exactly align with everything we've been talking about? Thank you, God. I could cry. How amazing. I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here for you. Anyway. This collective might have been the kind of child that liked to wish on stars and watched a lot of Disney, and fairy tales are very important, and some people might call you a Disney princess name. Snow White might be significant here. Fairies in general. Stars. Specifically one specific constellation that might be very significant for you. Learn about that. If anything's coming to mind when I say that, learn a little bit more about that constellation. But yeah, this is, I feel like, very peaceful. I feel like maybe we need to take time to enjoy those peaceful moments and get out of the mode of 2022, and I say that, get out of the mode of rushing around and getting things done and getting things done. We need to take time to heal that and to be okay with being still. When you're still is when doors open. Okay. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Yeah, and we've talked about gifts. It makes sense that this is something in our inner child to nurture, but I just talked about when you were a child, you may have wished on stars. Wow, Spirit. You are here for a purpose that I think might scare you. And I think that it scares you because you do have a big heart and you've been hurt and you want to protect yourself. Not only are you protecting your inner child, but your inner child is capable of protecting you. And so you are not, it's very important that you realize you are not in that same place. You are not going to be taken advantage of in the same way. You've learned your lessons, you've grown, you are past that. This is different now. And it's been different now. We have to see past what has been. Life is what you make it. That is so real and so true. Earth, peace, grounding. And thank you for that confirmation, Spirit. This is, let's ground back in. So you don't, if it's hard for you to like get out in nature, I think a lot of that is just doing the first step. So take some steps away. Like, you don't have to put your shoes on to go out. Be okay, you know, not doing your hair before you go out. Be okay if the neighbors see you looking kind of fugly. It's fine. You're not fugly, but that's honestly such a fun word to say. I had to say it. Still goofy to the core, girl. But honestly, like, none of that matters. And when you are out there, healing family lines right on top. When you are out there, you're not alone in that. But you're also... Okay, this might sound crazy. I don't have any evidence behind this. This is just what I'm hearing. So this is me really trusting it right now. There is a vibration in the earth that will reset your nervous system. And the closer you are, you might even feel it. If you are a very sensitive collective, you might even feel this vibration. But it resets your nervous system and syncs your heart back up with the mother. So it's interesting too, because our electronics emit a frequency, and that frequency can mess with your nervous system and your chakras and your immune system and everything. It can just kind of throw things off. And so it's important to get out at least once a day to kind of reset. And if you make that a part of your routine, I feel things would be a lot easier just in general, especially if you're experiencing anxiety, collective. If you are having anxiety, if you've been working on your anxiety and you're having moments where you're coming back, how long has it been since you've been out? And just not for a purpose, not to do anything, just be out there. Take some deep breaths. You know, resync yourself with the earth. There might be a certain limitation around that, feeling like you don't belong here on this planet. And I am here to assure you that even if you don't believe you're from Earth, or that there's something else out there for you, this earth has provided you the body that you contain. You are made up of her. That is why she's our mother. She nourishes us. She grows food for us. She makes sure we have things to eat, water. She takes care of us. Did you guys see that? Thank you, Mama Earth. So it's important to be grateful for that, and that you don't get to experience this life without her giving. And it's a selfless act. It's, here, have this beautiful life. Life is a gift. It is a gift. And I do believe there is more out there. But I also believe that this is my home as well. My meat suit. And if you haven't started to experience why it's good to be on this earth, I'm sorry. I truly am. But there's so much beauty. There's so much beauty. And maybe you are being called to go to a beach or watch a sunrise. Do the things in nature. Life is not all about going to restaurants and, going bungee jumping or paragliding or, those things are exciting. But that's not the beauty of Earth. It's a part of it, sure. But the less human-based you can get, the more you will connect back to the mother. And Mother Earth is very loud right now saying this. Come back. Come back to me. Let me heal you. Let me love you. Let me set you free. She is unconditional love. That's why love is green. Heart chakra is green. What is so green? I'm just saying. Love, love, love. Let that love in. If you have wounds surrounding receiving love, it's time to work on that and start with Mama. She won't lead you astray. She will not. I promise. The only thing that will come of that negatively is that you have to learn lessons. And Collective is already good at that, aren't you? You're not scared of that, are you? I don't think you guys are going to receive this message very ill either. I think you're already on the same wavelength as me. This feels like a confirmation conversation. Sometimes we just need to hear it and receive it in our 3D. So I got you, girl. High five. Please tell me you high-fived me. You didn't? You did. Well, if you didn't, let's try again. Don't ask me why I'm goofy. All right, we're just going to pull... Cracked open, surrender. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Surrender to Mother. Girl. Let's pull a fun one before we go. You guys, this has been a beautiful message. Gravity. Gravity is the song. Mama, I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna fangirl right now. I am not a fangirl, but girl. Okay, Spirit, anything left for us with something a little bit lighthearted and fun? Oh, man. Okay. I can't say what it is, but the sword of... Read that. Okay, I don't know if you can. From Harry Plopper. Say copyright strike me on that stuff, guys. It's so... Ooh, I just want my freedom. But anyway. See, that's a message for you, too. That's a message for you. Who does this go to? Those who need help in a time of need. And they're brave or pure. It was something along those lines. You are supported. I do... have a sense that there is a lot of change coming in and things are going to start speeding up, and it's feeling like it's been taking forever and forever and forever. Things are going to change. You are protected through that, and you need to remember that and receive this. When things change, you are still safe. Lock that in. And if you don't feel safe, you know where to go, because Mama's waiting for you to help you heal. Wow, Spirit, thank you so much. I love you. It's wonderful to be here for you guys. Thank you for being here for me. I love you so much. I'm going to return your energy at this time. cleansed and purified by the Most High, with a little extra love from Mama today. You are beautiful. You are created. You are creative. You are protected. And you are love. So get out there and shine, baby. I love you.